Welcome to the interview with Dr. Anders Sandberg, Science Director of the Eudoxa think tank. Today, Anders, we're going to discuss the issues of 10 years in transhumanist and futurist thought. 10 years ago, you and I attended the Extrovert 4 conference in 1999 in Berkeley at the University of California. And what has happened during those 10 years? Was actually 1999 sort of our generation's mythical 68?
I believe that the two important things that has happened in transhumanism since 1999 was the publication of Francis Fukuyama's Our Post-Human Future, and also the turn towards more biotechnology. Biotechnology was actually the theme of the Extrovert 4 conference. And I think 90s transhumanism had been kind of based around the idea of space, nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, very much an idea of hard technology. Although genetic engineering and biotechnology was indeed quite high on the agenda, I don't think people really recognize the importance of biotechnology. I think at this conference we saw a turn towards biotechnology. At the same time, of course, the Hugo project sequenced the human genome, and we saw biotechnology turn from something that was going on in a few labs and a few industrial applications to a major area. And suddenly, applications of biotechnology in humans have over the last 10 years really blossomed. We also saw a transition from transhumanism as being a small debate within a small group of futurists, moving out and becoming a real biopolitics. And I think we have to thank actually Francis Fukuyama for his rather strongly critical views in his book. This book has so many problems, philosophically speaking, but it's quite common for bioethicists to give it as an exercise for one of the students to, well, write something critiquing one or another of the arguments. This might perhaps not be terribly fun for Francis, but I think it's actually important because suddenly bioethicists were taking both the transhumanist idea of modifying humans, enhancement and its ethics, and the possibility of posing much more seriously. And they were also not just regarding that as some kind of science fiction fantasy that was irrelevant and not worth their attention. If one of the big court philosophers of George W. Bush administration were actually taking it seriously, suddenly we should take it seriously. And of course, since a lot of bioethicists by their nature are contrary, they would also start thinking that if he thinks there is something wrong about enhancing humans, maybe there is actually something going for it. So that gave transhumanism a very interesting set of, if not friends, at least people who were interested in it. Suddenly the debate expanded outwards. The idea of cognition-enhancing drugs, for example, has been around since the 70s. In the 80s we got a kind of mind modification subculture, people interested in mind machines and various nootropics. In the 90s this just continued, but it was a rather low level. But over the last 10 years we had an explosion of use of this. It's not just because of the use of Ritalin in school children, but also the realization that this might actually be standard. Using a pill to enhance performance is pretty common.